بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear viewers, welcome back. And today we have the second part of our trilogy series on discipline. And the first one, make sure you've seen the first part of the video where we spoke about what does discipline mean, how do you define discipline, what is discipline, what is not discipline. What are misconceptions of discipline? How does unity define discipline? And how does unity ensure discipline? So be sure to watch that video. Today we will go into what to do when there's a breakdown in discipline. So remember the first golden rule. Children hate to disappoint those who they love, trust, and respect. So the first step you need to do is ensure that you win their love, their trust, and their respect. This is the key to discipline. Once again, what is the key to discipline? Winning the love, the trust, and the respect of children, of your students. This is the key to discipline. And what is the goal when there's a breakdown in discipline? What do we want? How do we know we have achieved success? The goal is to restore discipline by making the child feel responsible and accountable. So success is defined as the child now understands that what I've done, what was wrong with what I've done. How do I make it up? I'm responsible for it. I'm accountable for it. And now this will not happen again. We have restored discipline. We are moving along in our journey towards learning. Patience plus consistency plus repetition. This is the mathematics for discipline. Patience plus consistency plus repetition. Keep repeating your process. Keep repeating your process. Be patient. The more you repeat your process, the more your discipline will naturally grow. Don't expect miracles. Don't expect quick fix solutions. Don't expect instant gratification. Your children they're not machinery. You can't push buttons and suddenly they'll start acting a certain way. There's an entire theory of behavior modification. I don't believe in behavior modification. We can go into that some other time, but it's not the behavior. Behind behavior, there's attitude. Behind attitude, there's perception, and behind perception, there are paradigms. So the deeper you go into the child's personality and psychology, the better solutions you can come up with. So no corporal punishment, no humiliation, no rebuking. Sometimes rebuking and verbal or emotional punishment is much more damaging than physical punishment. So a lot of places have stopped corporal punishment, physical punishment, but they still humiliate the child. They still rebuke the child in front of others and make them feel like garbage. So that is not an effective strategy. The disciplinary process. Do all the investigation necessary before assigning fault or blame. This is exactly what we should do when there's an incident that takes place. Maybe something broke, maybe someone got hurt, maybe there was a fight, maybe someone took someone else's thing. Whatever happened, we need to, first of all, do a thorough investigation before we assign any fault or blame. Call witnesses, hear accounts, keep a written record. You should have a separate logbook, notebook, diary, whatever, for such investigations. This teaches them faith in due process and that fairness, justice, and impartiality exist. So they should have a faith in justice, that I will be treated fairly, and that way they will be more ready to face the consequences. The process of having to explain themselves gets very cumbersome and burdensome to them. They don't want to deal with it. Having to explain in detail what happened. That makes them avoid getting into trouble. So how do we avoid them from getting into trouble? Have an extended question answer, an investigation process, the way the police would do. So you bring someone in and you ask questions. They're factual questions. And the more they have to explain themselves, you will feel them fidgeting. You'll feel them getting nervous, maybe getting, sweating, maybe, chewing their nails, whatever. They feel the guilt. They don't want to be interrogated. So they will avoid in the future to get into trouble. This is far more effective and long-lasting than knee-jerk measures. So knee-jerk measures don't work. This works. Trust me, this works. You should make a somber environment. You should act disappointed. Once you find out that this child is the one who's done something wrong, Screaming, shouting doesn't work. As we said before, a somber environment, looking them in the eye. I'm very disappointed in how you behaved. I was expecting much better from you. This way. Keep your tone and language soft but firm, as we said before. Loud or harsh words are a sign of weakness, not strength. So when you're screaming like this, nobody's going to take you seriously. When your tone is soft, that's when they know you mean business. That's when they know something is horrible that they did. Anyway, moving on. Hold them to high Islamic values of akhlaq. Learn those ayat and ahadith that relate to this. The Quran, the Sunnah is full of the beauty of the Muslims' akhlaq. The more we have command over this, the more we can help the child come upon them. The displeasure of Allah should be the biggest deterrent for it by itself. So by doing wrong, what are we doing? We're displeasing Allah. A child should feel that I don't want Allah to be angry with me. I don't want Allah to be displeased with me. I cannot afford that. I need Allah to be happy with me. For this, the omnipresence and omnipotence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must be reiterated. Why would you want to displease or disappoint the one who has granted you everything in life? Health, wealth, toys, food, friends. Why would you want to anger the one who is so loving and merciful? So the more the love and connection, relation they have with Allah, the less they are likely to do major disciplinary, cause major disciplinary problems. So inculcating that love of Allah, the presence of Allah, is key in developing discipline. Keep asking questions, keep taking notes. Without prior notes, you cannot build up a case when there are repeat offenses. So you have their past history as well. So you said, but last time you said this, and you promised me this. So when there's a history that builds up, they also know. And it reminds them that what they've been doing in the past. Remember, all of this is a reflection of what they will have to face in the akhirah anyway. Catch any holes or inconsistencies in their explanations. They should internalize that lying or making stories does not get them anywhere except into even more trouble. So lying or making up stories, when they lie, you will catch holes. You'll say, okay, but Khalid told me this and Fahad said this and you're saying this, so who am I supposed to believe? Etc. So they should feel that lying just gets them into a worse situation, and then they'll give up lying. They should understand that not lying is a better option, and facing the consequences is much better than trying to avoid any sort of consequences by lying and trying to deflect blame off themselves, whereas they are guilty. So inshallah, this is how we should go through that investigation process if an incident does take place, and how we should be working to restore discipline. Inshallah, in our next video, we will be talking about solutions. What steps do we take to restore discipline, to raise better children, and ensure that our environment is beautiful and learning conducive? Inshallah, do watch the next video. Please like, subscribe, and share this one as well. And inshallah, we'll meet again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.